Starting right now. That's when it's starting. How's it going tonight? Had to get things ready. Oh, the camera's a little messed up too. There we go. We're going to start with this little fun pile of cards that I found when I was scrolling through deck lists today. This looks interesting. It's like the teamer deck without a combo finish. Yeah, it looks sweet. I feel like I want another ill-timed explosion in the 75, but we'll give this a shot, see what happens. Hopefully it goes well. I'd like to get ourselves back in the top 250 for the end of the season if we can. If this doesn't play well, we'll have to switch over to something a little more conventional, I guess. I think we might have played against this list yesterday, actually. Because we played against a deck that was playing Ancient Cornucopia in the Light Teamer shell. Oh, this looks reasonable. Let's give it a shot. Ah, not the turn one angry critters. Nice. Turn two Ember Heart. I'll 100% block that scamp. Gladly trade with the scamp. Let's go. Get it out of here. That is the problem with playing decks like this, is that you don't have any really good answers to Screaming Nemesis. Do I want to Storm Chaser's Talent and this town ain't big enough, or are we just this town ain't big enough on the Screaming Nemesis? It's probably worth it to get this down. That way if they play another creature, we can block it. It does cost us an extra point of life, though. Screaming Nemesis is take down a little bit, though. Most of the red lists are only playing 2 now. Oh, that gives it haste, too. That's cute. They must be playing the Leyline version of the deck, too. I'm really not 100% sure how we're supposed to beat this. Actually, this game, we're going to be really low. Monstrous Rage is one heck of a magic card. So we Roaring Furnace the Hired Claw. We go to 5 minimum from the Screaming Nemesis. We have to kill that, though. We need to find our way to getting these Storm Chaser's talents to start buying things back. Thundertrap Trainer's better than a random draw. See if this can find us another This Town Ain't Big Enough. Ouch. Alright, that happens. Flash freeze, good. Obliterating bolt's reasonable. Ill-timed explosions, not bad. That's right, we go again. What else do we not want here? Burst lightnings and those are good. Probably need the questing druid. Pop patch formation's unnecessary. Probably don't need the Rowls, but I like Rowl. Overlord's not great. Probably just trim on a sleight of hand. Probably trim on a sleight of hand and a Rowl, because the second Rowl's pretty bad. Yeah, some teamer control. Has a very rough time answering or Screaming Nemesis, which is not always the best place to be. Well, we'll start with Thunder Trap Trainer. I just want the torch. Throwing our flash freeze to the bottom kind of sucks. I think I'm supposed to take this hit. I'm gonna plot a flyer. I'm just gonna play Manifold Mouse. Okay. We'll have a good answer to the Manifold Mouse at least. Let's go ahead and up the Beanstalk. I think we're just going to up the Beanstalk and murder the mouse. We're going to show our opponent we have no fear of their scamp. Obliterating Bolt the Scamp, Roaring Furnace the Screaming Nemesis. We go to 12. We can't gain life anymore. Hopefully I'm not playing like the Sunspine Links. That would really suck. Another Screaming Nemesis is also not great. Not having a way to end the game in any quick fashion here is real bad against these red decks. These all suck. I think I'm supposed to bounce those two, I guess. It's a real weird way to do that. Ancient Cornucopia is pretty good. Oh, I can't gain life because of this stupid Nemesis. Damn you, Screaming Nemesis. See if we can sleight of hand into. If we can find a Storm Chaser talent, we can at least keep the Screaming Nemesis at bay forever, basically. But there's a lot of things that are bad for us. That wasn't a great draw. Up the beanstalk again. Go ahead. I would love to stop drawing lands at any point in time here. It'd be pretty cool. We're just spinning our tires pretty hard here. Burst Lightning does technically kill the Screaming Nemesis. Yeah, that's another thing that deals us damage when it dies. It's always fun. Thunder Trap Trainer's not bad. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can Thunder Trap, double kicked. Because it's 2 1/1s. 1/1 blocking this isn't the worst thing in the world. We'll have one. This town ain't big enough left in our deck. Hey, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. We're doing all right. Playing some Temur Control here in Standard, seeing how things are going. Thank you for the raid. What are we playing today? We were supposed to take the talent here. Really like to find really need to find the last. This town ain't big enough. Mono White Control. Hopefully that won't. Mono White Control is a good deck. I like that deck a lot. Really powerful. We're currently getting a little crushed by the Screaming Nemesis. Can't really do anything about it, but we're working on it here. Well, thank you for the raid. Have a good rest of your night. Thank you for the follow as well. For everyone that's new to the channel, my name is Nick. I've been playing Magic for about 15 years. Recently requalified for the Pro Tour, so we're just doing some standard testing, trying to figure out what we want to play there, and trying to get ourselves some more rank back into the ladder. Unfortunately, we're in a real bad spot to any, like, yeah, like Monster's Rage, I don't think we can beat at this point. We have to, like, block enough toughness so we don't die, but also not kill the Heartfire hero. And if they have any other pump spells, we're just toast. Oh, we're at 3. We can pick up. This town ain't big enough. Bounce. One thing. Block with a 1/1. Yeah, I don't think there's a way we get out of this one here. Never found any torch to towers either. Just crazy. I guess we found 1 torch. Found 1 torch. We could pick torch back up. Which one of those? Yeah, it's just nothing that gets us out of this one. That was a rough first game for this deck. Slide back into this one, see if we can get gun here. My sand seems fine. Oh, looks like we're playing against mono red again. I think here I want to play tap land. I want to be able to torch the tower of that thing. Another torch the tower is great. Just gonna murder this thing now. That way we are safe from any shenanigans of monstrous rage or any of that. Another hired claw. Maybe another like Heartfire Hero or something. No. We're going to go ahead and draw a card first here, see what we find. Next turn we can Overlord as well with our Up the Beanstalk in play, which is nice. Assuming they have a Snakeskin's Veil. Damn Screaming Nemesis. Alright, kill this. We're going to end up taking 4 from our Overlord to kill the Screaming Nemesis, but I think we just have to. It's unfortunate we've ran into 2 Screaming Nemesis decks in a row with this, because it's like the card that is the worst for us. It's the reason I kind of stopped playing the Teamer Otters deck there for a while, because the matchup against the red decks is just really rough. No clean answers to Screaming Nemesis is really, really tough to deal with. Ye old Manifold Mouse. Manifold Mouse is a little easier for us to deal with here. Bounce one of the token, or bounce the token. Ral is interesting. I think we're on Thundertrap Trainer here. Full-Timed Explosion. These are all actually pretty good. We'll take the Storm Chaser's Talent. Play a Storm Chaser's Talent. And I'm just going to bounce this and this now. That way they can't save the token with a Snakeskin's Veil. I do think we're chumping that with the Thundertrap Trainer. Oh, they put Trample on it. That's interesting. think here we're just Ral double Storm Chaser's talent. Correct. Yeah, the only good way we have to deal with Screaming Nemesis is to let it not hit the battlefield. You just stick a Storm Chaser's talent, or a second Storm Chaser's talent here. This is a really good Ral deck, just in general. Alright, we got game one. Definitely with the Flash Freeze, Obliterating Bolt, that, Timed Explosion, Tools. The 4 mana, 4 damage burn spells, not the best in this matchup. Don't think we probably can keep the 6-land or the Roaring Furnace, huh? Sand is much better. Let's throw one of these trainers back. Hope that Ill-Timed Explosion's good. Problem with Ill-Timed Explosion in this deck is we don't have a lot of beef to discard with it to deal a bunch of damage. So, on average, I think our Ill-Timed Explosion is only going to be for 2, maybe 3. I think Change the Equation is probably the answer. I think that's probably the card we want to play. I think here I'm supposed to just burn the Manifold Mouse and then play a Thunder Trap Trainer. I like Change the Equation a lot. I think that card's really good. Man, these are all really good. Or, these two are really good. I'm probably just taking another Torch. Well, I was going to block anyway, so... Get me. No fear. Get in there, Thunder Trap Trainer. Beat him down. Get him for that 1 point of damage. I think we're just torching the regular Manifold Mouse here and then playing Ral on our turn, I think is what we want to do. Yeah, I think the double blue for Get Out is why I don't think we can probably play that one. Double blue is rough. The mana base in this is pretty similar to the Otters deck, and getting double blue in that deck was really difficult to do consistently. They have a Monstrous Rage. There's nothing we can do about this, but I think we just throw that if they waste their monstrous rage to kill Ral, it's not the worst for us. Oh, okay, that's fine with me. Another Roaring Furnace is a good draw. They're just playing the Ral game here. Protect Ral and see what we can do with it. They can play both their spells. At least they can't kick their Manifold Mouse if they want to do it. I'm assuming they're just going to cast both. Makes sense. What are the odds we can find 3 spells to cast, huh? Well, that's 3 spells. I don't think I'm that afraid of dying, but I also don't feel like 4 points of damage is going to matter. I think it's better to have a blocker. As it stands, we have Storm on our spells, which is pretty good. I hear that's a mechanic that's fairly decent. I think we're ill-timed explosioning this turn, so we may as well just trade our board away. Protect our life total. That was a good draw. Ancient Cornucopia, ill-timed explosion. Decline on the first one. Gain the 2. This one will discard. Where's that in a land? That was a pretty good draw. Lets them get extra cards as well. The tough part with these green-red decks is they have so many different ways to get card advantage. Oh, they hit another draw spell too. They should probably just torch their Emberheart Challenger to get an extra point in. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe just dissection tools, holding up, flash freeze, and this town ain't big enough. That resolves. Found a monstrous rage. That's fine. That's adorable. Oh.
That will look really cute when I get the right size, I think.
Yeah, we just got to figure out how much bigger we need to make it. 5, 6, 7, 8. I can just block here and counter their Monstrous Rage. I guess this 10 ain't big enough. Would have also had Storm 1, so could have bounced more things, but I think that's what we're supposed to do. I think we want to be able to bounce stuff on our turn. Another Up the Beanstalk. Let's play that. Gain a life. I don't even need we need to bounce stuff now, actually. I think we should attack for 4 and bounce stuff on their turn. Gain another life. Yeah, Flash Freeze is good. There's only one. I think we need to tool the numbers on that a little bit, because I think in this matchup we definitely need some counter spells. I'm okay with this. We have Storm 1 because they cast a spell. The second one of these can bounce those two. I want to torch the Tower of the Questing Druid. I don't want to put that back in their hand. Alright, that worked well. That worked well. Spend our orb real quick. That way it doesn't have that little dot up there. Can't stand those little dots. Okay. Let's throw another Flash Freeze on the board. I do like Flash Freeze a lot. What else have we got in here that we don't really want? I don't mind the Shoshana's Tidebinders. The Jace is probably necessary. Actually, I don't think we need the Jace. The other Flash Freeze is probably better. I like Explorer a lot right now. Explorer and Pioneer, I think that format is really good. I think it's super healthy. In my opinion, I think it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of decks in there I like, though, so... Real sad that there's not really a reason to play Pioneer or Explorer right now. There's no competitive stuff going on with it. Just sad, but I think the format's really sweet. Well, that sounds pretty good. Assuming we're going to get Mountained on turn 1 again. I think a lot of people are going to be on the red deck today with it being the end of the ladder. People are trying to climb up as much as they can. Which might be not a good time to play this deck, actually. Since we do have kind of a rough matchup against Mono Red. Might not be the night for this. Might have to play this tomorrow after the ladder resets. I think Hero is playing a Thunder Trap Trainer. So far, we're 3 for 3 for Mono Red. That curve is really hard for us to beat. Almost impossible for us to beat, actually. Screaming Nemesis is so punishing for any deck that's not playing black removal. Doesn't do anything for us. Can't get this out of play. I think we're actually just dead here. Yeah. Damn. Want the flash freezes. Obliterating bolt that. Timed section tools. Hopefully just don't draw Screaming Nemesis the next 2 games. That would be great for us. I would like to play first. I'd like to mulligan that hand. This has no green source, but I think it's better. Throw our Herbologist back. At least have Torch the Tower, Ill-Timed Explosion if we can draw 4th land, even if it's not a green source. That wasn't a terrible draw either. Alright, please don't have anything that makes me really sad. A lot of things that would have been really bad for us there. Roaring Furnace isn't a bad pickup. Let's go ahead and just burn down the Hired Claw. Actually, we should probably just burn down the Heartfire Hero. That's better if they have a Manifold Mouse in hand. They just had a bunch of Hired Claws. Untapped land would be great here. Come on, untap land. Thank you. Let's go ahead and just burn the board away. Those damage was equal to CMC, right? We're definitely discarding the Copperline Gorge. We're supposed to discard this one. I think we want the Ancient Cornucopia, try to gain us some life. And we can always pick this town ain't big enough back up with our Storm Chaser's talent. Yeah. I am ready. I'm ready for the Screaming Nemesis to take over the game. Go ahead. Deck just has so much card advantage, the mono red decks do. They never run out of gas. Used to be the best way to get out of these like locks from these things. We can play this, gain life. Let's pick up our Storm Chaser's talent. Or this time ain't big enough. We can bounce the Screaming Nemesis, gain life, and then try to block the Amberheart Challenger out here. Well, we're going to throw our Otter in front of the 2-2. I think we bounce these two. Well, that went significantly better than I was expecting. Oh, that sucks. Man, I should have burst lightning that thing. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Yeah, I can't gain life, I know. Go ahead. Kind of forgot about that card. I always forget the Sunspine Lynx exists. How you doing, Net Chops? Oh, okay, we die. We tried. I feel like that matchup is real bad. So I think we're going to... I really want to play this deck, but I think we're going to swap off it for tonight because I do think we're going to be playing as Mono Red probably 80% of our games tonight. We've already played against it 3 of our 3 games we played tonight. So I think we're going to swap over to something that's good against Mono Red. Do we want to play Mono White or do we want to play the Green-White Cage deck? Some of those decks sound like more fun to play. Also play Domain. Domain's not terrible against Mono Red, depending on how it's built. Yeah, I think we're gonna play. Oh, you mean which life gain decks? Talking the like the. I don't know of any like specific life gain decks. Like there's the Pixie decks; those decks are pretty decent. The Orzhov life gain deck, that deck is pretty good against that. It's really rough against everything else, though, in my opinion. I think it's really bad against the Dimir deck, and I think that's going to be another deck we're gonna run into quite a bit. Actually, I think I got it in here somewhere. This deck? I run a Cage. We're gonna do this. We're gonna play Cage for a few matches. This hand's okay. That's not Eternal Mountain. Am I in the right queue? Unsummon. Rude. I'd like to recast my Land of Worlds. Shadowy Backstreet? With Unsummon? Are they playing Domain with Unsummon? Maybe it was just an Overlord turn. They must just be Domain, just with a random Unsummon in their deck.